with my best friend Danielle.
Hi guys.
Want to say something to the people?
Hello people. As the new queen of YouTube, I would just like to say that I always remember the little people. Yeah.
Okay. So Danielle is my best friend that we went to high school together. We're basically brain twins. We have the same birthday.
We're actually like twins though. Like,
can you see the resemblance? One of the best things we were able to do as friends is that we were able to go to International Comic Con in San Diego. Woo! Which was a huge deal. If you don't know what Comic Con is, it's one of the biggest nerd conventions.
It's the
biggest. It's international. Convention. People from all over the world travel to San Diego to come see all the stars from TV shows, comics, movies, everything you could ever imagine, to speak to the people. And you just get to go walking around the convention center and meeting other people who have the same interests as you, and it's really, really fun.
It's really great, because usually you're like, oh, let me hide my weird obsessions, but there it's like, obsess away.
Yeah, you're like, I'm with my people. We didn't even think we'd ever really be able to go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost impossible to get tickets.
Kind of a dream.
Yeah, I still can't believe we were able to. It's really...
Did we actually go?
I don't know. So I think that the first thing a lot of people ask me when I tell them that I went to Comic-Con is how in the world we got tickets. Because that's usually the biggest obstacle that people come
and it's
into.
all thanks to your dad.
To my father, which, Dad, thank you.
So much. So when the day to get tickets comes, everyone who has a Comic-Con member ID is placed into like a waiting room, right?
Yeah. It's basically like a place where, like you said, everyone who's registered on the website has like a member ID and they get placed in the waiting room. And at a specific time, basically the people that run the website pick random IDs, and those are the people who have the chance to get their tickets. It's such a lottery. It has to do with pure luck. There's like no strategy to this. We were able to get tickets for you have like the opening night on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then we got tickets for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah. And I think Sunday was like sold out and we couldn't get to Sunday. So because depending on when you get into the buying ticket process, some of the tickets are already gone. So we were able to get 3 days to Comic-Con, and when we heard the news, I think we started crying. So when the event actually happened, we were able to get into San Diego on Wednesday, and we were able to get our tickets, which was really exciting. It was really like a normal, ticket getting experience.
Not stressful at all. You'd think it'd be like all these people, but it's like really chill. You walk in, they're like, oh, give us your ID, and blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, yay, I'm actually here.
Yeah, and I think the thing that finally like hit me when we got there was like having our badges.
Yes.
Was like, oh my god, like, the experience.
It's a badge. It's like, when you have that badge, you're set. You could go anywhere.
Yeah, it's like, really...
That's the perfect adjective.
Yeah. Alright, so then after we got our badges and everything and we got settled, we went to our hotel room and we got dressed up for the next day because...
we camped out.
Okay, so there wasn't going to be a Sherlock panel, but we found out that Benedict Cumberbatch was actually going to be at the DreamWorks panel because he was having a voiceover in Penguins of Madagascar. So we're like, oh my gosh, we have to get into that panel.
And it was in Hall H, which is like the big hall that people camp out for, where they release all the Marvel stuff every year.
Hall H is like this huge, I don't even know how many people it seats.
Thousands
of people. Yeah. Huge place, and the line just wraps around for like eternity. So anyway, we knew that we really wanted to see Benedict Cumberbatch in Hall H at the DreamWorks panel. Yeah. So we said that we were going to camp out for that. We were going to wait in line and camp out. Since we were going to camp out, we wanted to wear our clothes for the next day. And the next day we also, after the DreamWorks panel, we were going to go to the Hannibal panel. So we dressed up in Hannibal cosplay. So we got to the line at maybe like
5 or 6 p.m.
Maybe like 5, because it was still like light outside.
It was light and we were in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, we were like within the first like stretch of line. So we were pretty good, like we sat down and we're like, this will be like
So much fun.
Yeah, like
so
whatever,
easy.
you know, like it's in San Diego weather. It's like so nice outside.
Yeah. It's not humid. It's just warm.
And we have like our books for like camping out.
We could do outside stuff.
Okay, well you don't know is that we're actually not outside people at all. But once nighttime fell, that was when the depths of our despair. It was really bad.
You think grass would be soft, but it's just not. It's just a hard surface.
And I feel like a lot of people are gonna be laughing at us, like, didn't you realize that? But no, we didn't. And the thing is, we didn't come prepared at all. Like, the thing is, we were like, you know, we didn't even bring a blanket.
Yeah, like some people had like blankets or sleeping bags.
We didn't even bring a sleeping bag.
I had a sweater.
And I stole it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finally, everyone started standing up and we're like, oh my god, the time has come. And we see Benedict Cumberbatch.
And then we cried.
Oh, we cried. There's something about seeing someone that you've only seen in like movies and
TV
on screen.
And Tumblr.
And then actually seeing that person like in person is, oh my god. And the next thing on our agenda was the Hannibal panel.
NBC's Hannibal. We went into the Ballroom 20.
Ballroom 20. So there's Hall H, which is the huge one, and then there's Ballroom 20, which is like the second biggest. So it's for the big ones, but not like Hall H big, but it's like the second, you know, yeah.
And we went there actually 2 panels before Hannibal, because I really wanted to ask a question at the panel.
Towards the front you have a microphone in the middle, and near the end of the panel they have all the people like line up. They're like, alright, we're gonna ask questions, and everyone runs to the middle to get in line to go to the microphone, and they answer questions. But I was like, I am gonna make sure you are able to ask a question at this panel. You will ask a question. Like I was like, okay, this is gonna happen.
And then it's like, it is time to ask the questions. And so
I shove you.
She pushes
like,
me.
Go!
I don't even run. She pushes me and I run, and I'm like in a good spot. Get up there, like glance back at Nikki. She like waves at me, and then I'm there with my little bib, and they see it. Like the panel sees it, and they're like, "Oh!" And I start crying as I ask my question. That
was an incredible first day of Comic-Con. I would say a very big success. And on Friday, we planned it. We didn't have any panels that we really wanted to go to Friday. So
and since there wasn't a Sherlock panel, we would be like, oh, we'll be Sherlock and John.
So we went to the exhibit hall, which, if you don't know, is like this huge, it's like huge, like I can't even, huge space where vendors set up places where they can sell their product. And not just like, they're like people from like little vendors.
But there's like Cartoon Network is there.
Yeah,
like,
there's a whole Nintendo
AMC,
place. And AMC had a whole place.
And artists are there just like doing random artwork.
Well, Saturday's an interesting story because we woke up and the thing that we were scheduled to cosplay on Saturday was Thor and Loki.
Yes. So you're supposed to be Thor and Loki, but we had heard, thanks to those nice girls in line at Hall H, that there's going to be a fan favorites panel on Saturday, and Misha Collins would be there.
Yeah, I'm a huge Misha Collins person. He's one of my biggest like inspirations ever. So when I started crying when I found out, because the thing was that the Supernatural panel was on Sunday, and Sunday was the one day that we couldn't get tickets for. Yeah. When I found out that Misha Collins was going to be there, that we were actually going to be able to see him if we were able to get into this panel, that was like a game changer for me. I was just like, oh my god. Luckily, we brought
the Supernatural cosplays.
Yeah, because we didn't really, we're just like, you know, just in case, let's just bring it, you know. Where she was Dean and I was Cass. So that was really fun. So we got there and waiting in line, and right now I'm really scared because what I really wanted to do was able to get a seat next to the microphone like we were able to do for her. Yeah. So I could ask Misha Collins a question. Yeah. The thing was that usually the MC, like 15 minutes before the panel ends, the MC is like maybe 15-20 minutes.
Yeah, like a good
amount of time. MC's like, alright, fans, come up and you can ask questions.
But there's like 10 minutes.
And so I'm sitting there and the panel's just going on and on and on, and we're just like looking at our watches, and it's like maybe like even 5 minutes. Like it was really cutting close to when it was going to end. And finally the person's like, alright, we're going to take questions from the audience. And you guys, and my dad, pushed me out.
Yeah, she was so like, she was right in the front.
Yeah, and this one girl gets there because she was so close to the microphone, And then me and this other girl get there at the same time, and I was just like, you know, you go in front of me. You know, at first I was really nervous and everything, and I didn't want to go too close to the front, you know, because I was nervous. And I'm already like, you know what, I'm third. Usually they were getting through maybe like 10 questions. They were getting through
like
a lot.
10 or 15 questions.
Yeah, so I was like, third, I'm fine. You know, like no big deal. And so the first person goes, and they ask this question that like addresses everyone in the panel.
Yeah.
And so more time passes, and then the second person asks the question, and then to the whole entire panel.
Yeah.
And it's like a 3-part question too.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, and then I go up, and I have to like set the stage for this.
Yeah.
I'm up at the microphone. Picture. I'm up at the microphone.
I took the picture.
Yeah. And the spotlight is on me.
Yeah.
I have the microphone in front of me.
You make eye contact with Misha Collins.
I make eye contact with Misha Collins, and he looks at me, because I'm in Castile cosplay at this point, and he looks at me, and he smiles and nods at me. He acknowledged me, okay? So I'm standing there, and I had my question about, like, how it feels to be such an inspiration to a lot of people, like, what inspires him. And just to him, this man. Like, and, right as I'm about to ask my question, the MC is like, well, that's all the time we have for questions. Like,
it was ridiculous.
Give us our panel a round of applause. And the light turns off, and the woman next to me saying, "We're sorry, you know, we ran out of time." And I didn't get to ask Mr. Collins my question. After that, we changed into our Thor Loki costumes. It was, like, incredible.
Everyone came up to us, like,
yeah.
we would see other Thor and Lokis, and we would, like, swerve and go around them, because, like, if their cosplay was, like, better than
that was, because we saw this Avengers, like, group of Avengers, and they were so good.
It, like, looked like their characters.
It was just fun to, like, people, like, taking pictures with us. So we just walked around the exhibit hall, and it was a really great way to, like, end Comic-Con.
Yeah.
You know, just being around everyone.
If you guys ever have the opportunity to try and go to Comic-Con, go. It is a great experience.
Yes.
It's like, I would say it's life-changing.
Oh, for me, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, not just because...
Okay, top life-changing moment from Comic-Con.
From Comic-Con? It's gonna sound really cheesy.
Okay.
But there was, like, when we were going back to the hotel for the last time, after leaving the convention center for the last time, and we were on the bus, and like I said, it was kind of like an emotional roller coaster day for me, but I'm like sitting next to you, and we're in our cosplays and everything, and like it kind of just like hit me at this moment that like I'm here and I'm with my best friend, and like you don't understand, like she's been through there, she's been with me since like high school, and just to like experience this, I wouldn't have wanted it any other way than to be with her, and it was just like, that totally changed me, just realizing about like how much she means to me, and this is right before graduation, and we were just about to separate and everything, so it was just really emotional for me, but...
Aww. Mine was definitely when we met Brian Fuller, and when he told us to keep writing.
Yeah, that was really inspirational.
Writing, like, being a screenwriter is not easy, you know, and he's such a great creator and producer and writer, that for him to tell us that was just like, wow, that's really inspiring for us.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank my best friend Danielle for joining me for this video. I knew because like my Comic-Con experience was with her. Like I couldn't have done this without her.
It wouldn't be the same without you.
Yeah. So
and thanks to Mr. Mariutto.
Yes.
Once more.
Yes. My incredible father. So what about you guys? Do you guys have any Comic-Con experience from any other, just like any convention?
Or any cosplay experience?
Yeah, and if you have any questions, I'd love to answer it, and I'll tell her, and we'd love to answer them. So if you have any questions
tweet
or
me.
comments, just comment below or tweet us, you know, whatever. We're boring. We have nothing else going on. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that wonderful subscribe button to be told when I upload a new video. Thank you again so much.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.